Hello everyone, welcome back to Motivation with me. I'm Natasha Pereira and today we'll be talking about motivation and teenagers. So yesterday we focused on motivation with kids. So we focused on and we spoke about how you as parents have the upper hand to be there for your child in a very supportive, encouraging way that your child will be able to face the world even during their tough times. It can even be a behavior that they will imitate towards their future. So, today we'll be talking about motivation and teenagers. So, we'll be focusing on the age group of early teens, which is 11 to 12, and late teens, which is 19 to 20. So, who are teenagers now? So, that's the age, teenage, the age where your child becomes a teen. He is entering or she is entering into the stage of understanding that they have a role in society. They have a mission or a task to find out who they are. Who are they to the society? What can they do to help society? That will be beneficial for them and also beneficial for the society later on. So, teenagers, of course, discover this potential by doing many things. That's why it is during this age that many schools also promote curricular activities, making them understand, okay, I'm good at this, okay, I'm not so good at it, okay, I'm bad at it. So these three are understood by your child thanks to the different curricular activities given by the school. Also by external curricular activities, such as going for sports, or for girl guiding, or for boy scouting. After all, not everything is provided by the school. So, due to these external activities, your child will understand what are their strengths and their weaknesses. And they'll also come into terms with trying to be adapting to them. Adaptation is when your child finds a difficult situation or a hard situation and they try to change themselves to make do or to make that situation feel easier. So they try and they learn and they also keep practicing adaptation. So that is a very useful skill. It helps them understand how to behave, what kind of behavior should be given when you are in a certain situation, whether it is at school, with your friends, or even with your family. So, what I would like to focus on is this is the age, however, where your child will undergo drastic changes, not only physically, not to their body, but mentally and emotionally. Now, mentally and emotionally, why I say these two is because your child will start to understand that the world will have competition and they are also competitors. It's a huge competition, our world. We always fight for a certain position. Your child will also be fighting for it during that stage of life. And it is during that stage that they are pressurized. They're undergoing a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. They feel like it's too much for them to handle at times. That is when, as parents, you must encourage your child to be deterministic, to not give up. Keep encouraging. Say, no, you can do this. Don't give up. Something great awaits for you. Keep encouraging your child. Even if your child still refuses to take in those simple words, tell them a story of your life. Tell them a section of your life where you had a hard time and where you were encouraged by someone or by something, either music or a video. Just tell it to them. Then they'll understand that they also can imitate that same courage you showed during your childhood. They'll know that everyone has a hard time, but there is no chance, there is nothing gained if you give up. That's the kind of lesson you have to give forward to your child. So, when you do this, also remember that your child is very, very sensitive. Certain words, certain actions, certain behaviors can even trigger a child to even lead to a behavior which is very unusual. For example, let's take when your child, your teenager to be specific, has a group of friends in school. Of course, school is safe, but however, not certain kids are safe for your children. Some will influence your child to perform a bad behavior or a bad action or even speak a bad language. So it is that point where you calmly tell your child that it's wrong. Of course, it'll take time to understand. Like I said before, we all grow very slowly. We don't grow very fast. Each one develops at their own pace. And of course, you have to show this to your child in a very calm manner. And also, like I mentioned before, never ever exert violence, because that's the age where your child will be heavily burdened in thought, in emotion, to why such things are happening to him or her. He will feel or she will feel left out from the world. No one there to hold them, no one there to help them, no one there to even encourage them a little bit to move on or to go forward. So, if such an instance does happen, always remember to be there for your child, not in a very harsh manner. Of course, you can be strict, you can lay down ground rules, but remember never to resort to violence, because that's the age where they will either imitate that behavior or even hide their deepest, darkest feelings. So don't exert it. Don't exert it to an extent where it will damage your child and their future. Now, another thing or another factor which is common for teenagers is also bullying. Many teenagers who attend high schools is affected by it because they don't understand that others see your child as a threat. Others notice that your child is gifted, just like you as parents know that your child is very gifted, very special. But there are those who will want to diminish your child, make your child feel less special. That's when you have to keep encouraging and also be behind your child. Because like I said before, it will even lead to an extent of suicide or even self-harm. Your child will display such behaviors of being isolated, like wanting to be alone, doesn't want to communicate with you or with anyone for that matter. They'll always want to keep to themselves, do not want to come down or have family time. They'll be very, very isolated. That's the type of behavior you should watch out for in teens. If they have that kind of behavior, that means something troubling has happened to them. And it's a continuing process in their life. So be there for your child. Of course, at that age, they can be very pessimistic. They will deny and say, no, nothing is wrong, everything is fine. But no, nothing is ever fine for everyone, not even for your child. So remember to be there. Be there for your child. Be someone your child can open up to. Be someone your child can speak freely to. Be that type of person. Encourage, motivate. These two words are used a lot because that is what can help you and your child understand each other. It can create that parent and child bond. It can make that bond stronger. If the child understands you and you in turn understand your child. So you must look at each other's perspectives, how they see the world, and how you must help your child understand how you see the world. Another thing is how you approach them. Do not jump in or do not even bash into an argument. Your child will be pressurized by that kind of behavior or approach. Your child will wonder, why? Why is it happening to me? Why don't I see anyone else? like this. When those questions start to come into your child's mind, they mentally go down. They mentally decrease their self-esteem, their confidence. They feel like they are not worthy. They feel like, what's the purpose of them living in such a world where they're going to be treated in this way all the time? That is when you as parents must understand and protect your child. One way you can do this is by encouraging your child to look forward to the future. Encourage your child to see and to know and to understand that the future is going to be different. It's going to be your dream. You'll live out your dream. You'll live out your ambition. You'll do what you like. This time period is only minor. It's not permanent. It's temporary. Keep telling these words to your child. They will then start to understand, okay, I will work hard for now. I have my parents, I have them to talk to. I have my aunts, my uncles, I have them as well. And then they'll understand that they're not alone. And then they'll have a new goal. I will do this for my future. For the benefit of me gaining or doing something that they love. That will be something that you can deliver as parents. Encourage them, tell them what the world is full of. Still, they're young. So of course it will seem like a little magic or a little wonder to them. Tell them what the future holds for them. The opportunities that are at stake, that are willing to be grasped at any minute. And never forget to tell your child endlessly how special they are to you. When a child hears from the heart, when their parents say that they are special, that they are deeply loved, that child will then understand and know and never doubt the love of a parent. The love of even a mother or a father, it will never be doubted. Of course, there will be arguments at that age, this phase of teenage. There'll be arguments, there'll be fights, there'll be riffraffs. Of course, at times it can be uncontrollable. But everything and anything is worth it at the end. When only if you show how your child should be. If only you can direct your child to the future. Only if you can encourage and motivate your child to understand that this is not the end. It's only the beginning. After all, like I've always stated, tough times do not last long. Tough people do. Tell that to your child. I'm sure he or she will understand its meaning. And it's the simplest type. Whatever they're facing, of course, it is a tough time. But it's not forever. Of course, there'll be more tough times ahead, and there'll be 10 times even harder what they're facing now. But the sooner you train them on how to face these problems, on how to keep encouraging, motivating them to be strong, then they'll know how to face the problems that are to come. What the future holds, of course, is unpredictable. We don't know what it holds. But we can always create it. We can always move forward if we, as parents, help our children understand that the future is just the turning point. It's a turning point to achieving your dream, achieving their dream. So this is the end of Motivation with Teens. Please remember to always encourage your children. And tomorrow I will be doing a reflective story. So we'll be learning how to be effective in our words and in our actions through a story tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe, and please share to all your friends. And I hope that it can always help you. So see you soon. Take care.